Hello. This is Happy Thots, which I thought was funny that I did not say that at all last episode. Still getting in the groove. But first things first, actually two things first. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter than most because I don't have a ton to talk about. I mean, I have some good things, but they're going to be kind of quick. Second, you might be wondering why I'm dressed like this. Hey, everyone listening to this that's not a video, you might be wondering what I'm wearing. And to that I say, go to youtube.gov or spotify.gov and go ahead and pull up the video because this podcast is on video. Okay. Oh, I'm going to be looking in the screen rather than there, I bet. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Anyway, so I'm wearing this outfit because I am, in fact, going to Charlie XCX tonight, and I'm missing 2 gloves. So really hoping that I find those gloves before I have to leave. If not, I'm going to look terrible. Is it just 2 gloves? Yeah, but it's important. It's important to the outfit. It's important to the character. Okay. So yeah, so I am going to Charlie XCX tonight, the Brat Tour. Did I go to the Sweat Tour? Yes. Well, yes, and that's why I had to go to the Brat Tour, because the Sweat Tour was so good. Okay, so yeah, I did, in fact, buy a nosebleed ticket last night. There were, in fact, $40 worth of fees. That was half the price of the ticket. Yeah. And I am, in fact, broke now. So, doing so good. I said to my parents, I was like, hey, if I buy this ticket, will someone drive me because I can't pay for parking? And, of course, my dad. Slaya. Anyway, so, so this is the podcast. We're here again. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on. Okay, no fun. There's usually lights behind me, but I forgot, and I don't have time to turn them on now, and I don't want to. So you can see last episode how nice it looks with the lights. This is without. So, very fun. And again, if you're not watching the video version of this podcast, you're not getting the full story. Okay, so I appreciate you listening, but I appreciate more you watching. Okay, no, just kidding. You don't have to watch, but anyway, so today I wanted to talk about something that was actually requested. Okay. Yeah, so this topic was requested. I don't usually take requests. That's because no one gives me any. So, if you're looking to request a topic, please reach out because this is proof that it will happen someday. Because it's happening now for that person that requested this. But I'm going to be giving you some date ideas. That's what was requested of me. And these are all going to be very specific to Austin, Texas, where I live. Hello, it's 95 degrees and it's April, Austin, Texas. Anyway, so they're going to be Austin based, but if you don't live here, use your creativity and use this as inspo. But before I say that, there's something else that I want to say really quickly. You need to go see the Mooney. Okay, you need to go see the movie Sinners, out now as this episode is airing. Is that true? Probably. It should still be out by the time this goes out. But please go see that movie. If you love movies, if you like movies, go see Sinners. It's so good. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm going to make a whole episode, which I have never done. I have never made an entire episode dedicated to one movie. I probably should have already. There's many movies that have come out since this podcast has been around that deserve to have an entire episode, but I am going to be making the next episode about that. So stay tuned. Get excited. Buy your tickets now for the podcast and the movie. Anyway, moving on. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I need to update you on. No, I don't think so. So, Yeah, let's get into it. But anyway, so I did have someone come up to me, and this is a woman who's in a relationship with a man. And I got the feeling that when she asked me to make this podcast episode, because her boyfriend had said at the time that he was listening to the podcast. And so she goes, "Oh, Ethan, you should do an episode on date ideas." I know the straight men are in need of some help for some date ideas for their woman, for their girly girl. And I'm here to provide said insight and advice. And shout out to that couple. You know who I am. Love you both. Especially my little sis. Sorry, that's giving away your identity a little bit too much. Anyway, okay, so these are all going to be dates that I've gone on myself or in a friend setting, not necessarily romantic, but dates are bigger than just romantic connections. Like, I find myself more often wanting to go on like dates. Like, I love going on dates with my boyfriend, but like, take your friends on dates. Hello, do something fun with your friends. Don't just rot in front of the TV the whole time like I do with my friends most of the time. We need to be going on dates. We need to be taking ourselves on dates. Hello, 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 hello. So these are things that I have done and loved doing, and things that hopefully either if you live in Austin, you can copy paste, hello, or get inspired to find your own version of these things. Okay, first, for my birthday, for my birthday this year, Josue got us spots at this local pottery making session. And the place that we went to is called Pot Daddy. So get into that. It's in Austin, near downtown somewhere. It's in this little tent outside, so very rustic vibes, very indie vibes. But also the house that it's at and the tent is really nice. Like, what I'm not saying is dirty, gross vibes, bougie camp vibes. That's what we're feeling. And how it worked was they gave you a little lesson about like how to do the pottery, like how to make something, how to get started, how to put the actual clay on the thing and get it into a shape that then you can then do something with. But they explain the whole process really well, and then there's someone guiding you, obviously, and so you actually have the choice to have her, like, or him. It was a her in this case. You have the choice to have your guide to kind of make something with you the first time. And what was cool about this place was that I don't remember how much time we had, but like an hour or more. And in that time, you could make as much as you wanted. They just had a bunch of clay. I made like 3 things in my designated amount of time. So I really liked that. So if you use the guide to help you like figure it out, it's not a big deal, because then you can do 1 or 2 more on your own and figure it out. So that was really fun. And then after that, you make your little thing, and then you like dip it in like paint and like sealant, because it's clay and it's porous. So you do that, and then it goes in a furnace and it gets dried. So the only caveat with a place like that is that you make the stuff, but then what you take home is not what you made. It's what people made in previous sessions, because it takes hours for the rest of the process to happen. But it was really cool. I loved making stuff. I loved learning to do something that I had never done before, something that I would never think to do. And does it mean I'm going to go get a pottery wheel and do it all the time? No. But it was so relaxing, and it was so interesting to have myself be in that environment and try something that I never would. And I really loved it. And then also I took home like someone in a previous class had made a tiny cup, and it was weird because it was a very shallow cup, but it had a wide like surface area, perfect for espresso shots. So I used that to pull coffee on my espresso machine, and it holds the coffee before it goes in the cup of ice. So it's perfect. Anyway, another example. So this is like, this day idea is centered around doing something that is like a skill set that you don't have, something that you would never do, and something that you get to then take home after that you will remind you of the experience. So another time that Josue got me something, maybe this one was for my birthday, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. But another time he got us a session at like one of those rug making places that has like the yarn gun. Really fun. So those are 2 ideas. Find a rug gun making place. I made this super cute. I can see it right now. It's over here on the wall. I wish you could see. But it's this really cute ghost face. Oh, it was Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day because we made ghost face inside of a heart. That's what it was for. It was for Valentine's Day. It was super hard, but it was super fun. And we did it together, and that was fun. And we got something out of it that we made. So, and again, it's something that's like I would never do. And some of you, maybe that's like your hobby for real. Cool. But it was like fun to try something new and different and like just experiment with something that I would never do. Anyway, so if you don't have those 2 types of things around where you live, and I don't remember the name of the rug place in Austin if you're in Austin, but go to Pot Daddy, would recommend. But this whole idea is just about a date night where you go and make something crafty and cool, and where you learn to use a skill that you don't already have. So that could look like a number of different things. Use your creative mind, but that's what I did. So moving on. Okay. This is super specific to Austin, so let me get it out of the way. There's going to be a couple of like combo spots that I really like here in Austin. So, for example, if you're looking for a little dinner date with a fun activity afterwards, because I always, if I'm doing a dinner date, I like to do something after, because sitting and eating is great, but sitting and eating and doing something after is better. And so, downtown, there is a restaurant called Clay Pit. It is an Indian food restaurant. So delicious, nutritious, and not really that expensive, but it is a nice restaurant. Go there, try some Indian food if you haven't already. Get on that because it is better than you would expect. Here's my recommendation for people that have never had it before. Tikka masala. Chicken tikka masala, if you're a meat person, which I'm not. But tikka masala is a safe bet for everyone. It's very creamy, tomatoey, spicy, delicious. Get into it, and you've got to get the garlic naan. Okay, so go to Clay Pit, and then afterwards, you have 2 close by activities that you can do after. First one might not be for you. It's for me. Waterloo Records. Okay, I love going to the record store, and even if I'm not buying, just flipping through, seeing what rare items they have, what random albums, soundtracks, artists. It's just fun if you're a music person like me to like look through and be like, oh my gosh, there's this random obscure thing. Wow, that would be so cool. And if you collect vinyls and you play vinyls, then sure, go like buy something. But it's just kind of fun to like look around. And also if you're on a date, you can kind of be like, oh my God, do you like this artist? They have this. Whoa, like blah, 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 blah. Like you can talk about music if you want. Cheesy, but like it's right there. It's like low hanging fruit. You might as well. But if that's not your thing, another thing that's really close by, Book People. So this is another, I don't know if they have it anywhere other than Austin. They might. But Book People is like Barnes & Noble, but like more niche. It's where the cool kids go to buy books. No, not really. But I love trying to film a podcast when I have an elderly dog, but oh well. Love you, Rocco. Be quiet. Thanks. Anyway, so Book People. What I like about Book People is they have all of the normal like Barnes & Noble recs and like all the, you know, common people book talk books, but they also have some rare recommendations and some larger sections. For example, at Barnes & Noble, this has changed a little bit recently, but still, they didn't have a horror section at Barnes & Noble for a long time, and at Book People they always did. So Book People has like more obscure and niche sections and just more interesting recommendations. They also have a bunch of personalized recommendations. The staff has a bunch of recommendations, which they have at Barnes & Noble, but at Book People way more. Book People also has my favorite collection of notebooks and journals. So if you're in the market for that and you have a Book People near you, go ahead and check that out because I live. So that's your Austin exclusive date combo, Clay Pit, Waterloo Records, Book People. Okay, you're welcome. Let's see what the next thing is. Okay, yes. So this is something that I did with a group of friends, not a romantic interest, but it would be great for both occasions. And this, again, is all of these are about Austin. So if you don't live here, honestly, just click off. We'll do better next episode, okay? But you need to go to Inks Lake if you have not. Inks Lake Park, hike there, okay? I don't know specifically what trail me and my friends did, but we did this trail that, like, you know, you want to go in spring. Hello, you want to go in spring. There's going to be wildflowers absolutely everywhere at Inks Lake. I can't speak for anyone else, but at Inks Lake Park, the hiking trail that I took, literally covered in wildflowers. Thank you. And it was springtime, so I don't know if you go in summer or fall or winter, if it's going to be like that. Probably not. Okay, but there's something about a nice little hiking trip with friends. And let me get specific about if you're not going to go to Inks Lake, what you need to be looking for if you're going to try and recreate a hiking date. You need to go somewhere that's a little bit far away from where you live. Okay, Inks Lake, I'm not sure how far it was, probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's going to be my rough estimate as to how far it was. Don't know if that's true. But it gives you just enough time in the car to, like, have fun conversations with your friends, with your significant other, to listen to some tunes, talk about some new music, talk about what you've been up to. It gives you that little bit of fun time in the car. And also, if I go outside of my city, even if it's just by an hour and a half or an hour, it feels more exciting, adventurous, and just overall elevates the experience because we're, like, going on a little mini trip. It's not in our normal world. So be thinking about hiking, but a little bit of a drive outside of where you are, okay? Don't forget the snacks. I like to go early in the morning, and what I'll actually do is on the way there, we'll try and stop somewhere at, like, a McDonald's, a Sonic, somewhere that we can get a quick and easy, fast, cheap, trashy breakfast. Hello. We'll do that. We'll get some coffee as well, or Starbucks. I hate supporting Starbucks, but they have them everywhere. You can get a little bagel, avocado toast in your coffee, and you're good. And then get some snacks. If you need to get gas for your trip, get a couple of hiking snacks. Throw them in a bag, get some water. Hello, please stay hydrated. Okay. But yeah, so that's, like, a really great, you know, it takes all day. It takes all, you know, usually a hiking trip, I like to leave early, like I said. You eat your snacks, you eat your breakfast, and then you get home probably around, like, 3 or 4 once you drive back. Hikes should be around 3 hours, in my opinion. An hour and a half the way there, and then an hour and a half the way back. Or if it's a circle, 3 hours. Okay, that's why you gotta plan correctly, get that sunscreen, go early. Moving on. I know y'all already know about hiking, but sometimes I feel like y'all forget. Sometimes I feel like I forget. The other day, my boyfriend went with his friend to go to, like, a mini golf course. And I was like, that sounds so fun. Why do I never think about that? So, yeah, I say go hiking and you're like, we know. But do you know? Because you don't go. So, and it's the perfect time right now to go hiking. So, okay. This is an easy one for anyone to do anywhere. This is great for your friend group. This is great for your significant other. It's one of my favorite things to do. I am biased because I love movies, but I often have movie nights at my house with my friends, with my boyfriend, and I have a QT, Quick Trip gas station, right outside of my neighborhood. It's about It's about like a 15 to 20 minute walk from my house, and I like to have everyone come over, walk to the QT, get some snacks for the movie, get some drinks, and then walk back. And all in all, it takes like 45 minutes, whatever. But you've got your snacks. You got a nice little jog in, a little walk in. And so you're ready to sit down and like be a couch potato for the next 2 hours. Also, again, just getting out of the house. And I like, especially when it's like sundown or nighttime and you're doing that walk, it's so fun because then the air is clean. Well, not clean, but the air is like crisp and cool, and it's like not too hot outside. And there's just something about like the nighttime that like, makes it seem like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Like, I know you know what I mean. So I love doing that, and it's a great, and again, another opportunity to just talk and laugh and have fun with your friends, walking to the gas station and with your significant other. Last time I did this, it was with Josue, and I don't even remember what we talked about, but we talked like the whole time going, and then we also had a competition to see how long it would actually take, and he did win that competition. I was way off. So, but that's my favorite thing to do. It's very casual, very easy, very cheap. Of course, if you don't have a gas station that you can walk to, drive. It's not a big deal, but let it be a gas station or somewhere like close, or even an HEB or whatever your grocery store is. But I like gas stations for snacks. I don't know. It's just, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. So let's see what's next. Okay, this is another one that you can do anywhere, and it's very simple, easy, low stakes, low cost, and super fun. Okay, first time I did this was with my besties, and we've done this several times, and I've done this with multiple different people. You have an unhinged BuzzFeed quiz date night. Okay, let me explain. So I think we're all familiar with the concept of a BuzzFeed quiz. What movie character are you? What TV show character are you? What Taylor Swift era are you? What fruit are you? Okay, now we're getting a little crazy. What soup are you? What vacation destination are you? I don't know, but that's the point. You need to sit down and do a handful of these quizzes with your friends, with your date, whatever. And by a handful, I mean a good handful, like 10. That's a good number, because some of them take 3.5 minutes to do, and then some of them take 10 minutes. Who knows? But spend an hour doing quizzes and just look for the most obscure and the strangest quiz ideas. Do a couple of simple ones like a movie or TV show or something like totally normal, but then try and find some, and usually when you go to them, they advertise all the other ones on the website that you're on, and just look for the ones that are really weird, really unhinged, because there's a lot. There's plenty. You will find very strange quizzes and take them. And then what me and my friends like to do is we always keep track of like what we got. Duh. And it's a big reveal at the end, like when you do them separately, and then you talk about your results, and then you write them down. And then the next step is, me and my friends have done this, I think both times, maybe, I don't know. But you take all of your answers that you got, and you try and draw a picture incorporating all of them. Okay, so this is a 2-part process, but that's the fun of it. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be unhinged. It's going to be ridiculous, but it'll be a lot of fun. I promise you that. I promise you that. Please listen to me when I say it will be fun. I know it sounds weird. Just try it. Just try it and get back to me. Please let me know what off-brand cereal you are. Okay. Let's see what's next. Okay, yeah. So, another exclusive to Austin, but you could do it with a substitute in your area. We need to be going on more double dates. Okay, listen. And this is specifically, I'm talking about with your relationship partner. But the other people don't have to be a couple. It doesn't have to be. Just go on more dates with other people, because I really enjoy having my partner like in an experience with my friends as well, or with other people, and see like how they react, see how we react, see how we all get along, see how our chemistry changes, how your partner changes, how the other people with you bring out different sides of them, like different whatever. It's very, very interesting and cannot be overstated. Go on double dates with your significant other just to see what's going on, because the other people are just going to bring up topics of conversation that you're not used to, or etc., 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 etc. Do it, I promise. And where I like to go to do this is Mandola's. If you live here in Austin, it's an Italian restaurant. The food is amazing. Thank you. There's a wide selection, so pretty much everyone will find something that they like. I'm confident. But what is very important, that if you go to Mandola's, you need to get an avocado. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm white tea, okay? An affogato. Anyway, cringe. Anyway, so but it's basically it's gelato with espresso. And at Mandola's, it's very, 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 very good. And I would recommend getting a more neutral flavor as the gelato in your avocado, because if it's something like strawberry or a fruit flavor, that might not be super good with the espresso. But almond, get into that. Almond is my favorite. I've also gotten vanilla. Hello, classic. Chocolate is classic. Pistachio could be really good. You just have to think more of those types of flavors and not like lemon and fruit flavors, because it might be a little crazy. But almond is my favorite by far. So if you ever have the chance to get an avocado, get one from Mandola's. But if you see one somewhere else, try it and go for the almond flavor gelato with it, because that is just a combo that I think about pretty much every day. And every time that I go there to get one, it's always for dinner. And so it's already like 7, and I always am kept up all night, and it's always worth it. Always worth it. I cannot explain to you how good they are. They are so good. If you are a coffee lover, you have to get this. And if you live in Austin, you have to go to Mandola's and get it. So anyway, okay, last one. Where is it? Oh, this is so easy, but it's like something you guys be forgetting always about doing this, and you need to do it. Getting breakfast, okay? If you're not someone that you like have sleepovers with your significant other, then just plan to get up early and meet at a breakfast place. Breakfast cannot be overstated. It is a great meal. It's so fun to get breakfast in the morning. Okay, thank you. So if you live in Austin and you want a little bit of an elevated breakfast experience, go to Paperboy. Do you have to get a reservation a month in advance? Yes. Yes, I do say you do, in fact. And if it's on Valentine's Day, do you have to get it the day that you're born? Yeah. Or you have to kill someone that's on the list. So I'll let you make that decision. But yeah, Paperboy is really good. Would recommend fully if you live in Austin. If you don't, just find somewhere. Find a small breakfast place. I love a casual breakfast cafe. I love a hole in the wall. Okay? Go get the hash browns, get the toast, get the cereal. Actually, don't get cereal from a breakfast place. That's crazy. Get the pancakes. Get the bacon if that's your thing. It's not mine, but I know I'm in the wrong about that. But am I? Because that's a pig. You know what I mean? Like, interesting. They eat slop and you eat them. So, but you're not ready for that conversation, are you? Anyway, okay, well, I'm going to go to Charlie XCX. Stay mad, stay jealous, very jealous. But I hope that this gave you some ideas, inspired you to come up with some fun, exciting date nights for you and your partner, you and your friends, okay? And to the couple and the girl specifically that asked me to do this episode, I love you to death, and I hope you have fun with your BuzzFeed quiz night. And I'll see you for the next episode, where I will be ranting for probably 3 times the length of this episode about the movie Sinners. starring the one and only Haley Steinfeld. And you will hear that name probably 100 times during that episode, so get excited and go see the movie and let's chat, okay? Anyway, thanks for being here. Should I get an intro song? Comment below. And if so, what? Anyway, bye.